And our second main topic today gets submitted to us by Jesse Keller. And Jesse Keller writes, "Hey, John, I just saw that Deadline is reporting that Gal Gadot is cast in the new live-action Snow White movie over at Disney as the evil queen. I love her as Wonder Woman and in other stuff she's been in, but do you think she can pull off such an evil role like this? Also, I heard it's a musical, and my God, she can't sing. Will they get a voice performer? Thanks." All right, thanks a lot for saying that in, Jesse. And yeah, listen, this one, we heard whispers of this. There was a few months ago that we heard whispers about the possibility of Gal Gadot playing the evil queen in Snow White. Quite frankly, when I first heard those whispers, I kind of brushed them aside. I thought, that doesn't sound like a decent fit to me. So I kind of brushed it off and didn't even think about it. And then you're right. News broke that she's going to be in Snow White. Now, look, I am infamous for what I think about Gal Gadot as a performer. I think she's gotten better. I do. I thought she, at one point, was actually pretty terrible. I thought she was actually not very good for a long time. But I think she has gotten better. And with that improvement, I still don't think she's a legit leading lady. I don't think she yet has the acting chops to be a legit leading lady. But I think she has gone from being, I think, a poor actress to being serviceable and can only get better. Like, I often compare my thoughts on Gal to, what's his name? 21 Jump Street Boy. Why am I freezing on his name? Channing Tatum. I often compare my thoughts on her to my thoughts on Channing Tatum. Like, there was a long time when I thought Channing Tatum was the worst actor in Hollywood. And I remember writing articles about that on the movie blog. Channing Tatum is the worst actor in Hollywood getting regular work. But as time progressed, he worked his ass off. He worked and worked and worked. He got better and better. He started improving little bit by little bit. And then it got to the point where, okay, maybe he's not terrible. Now he's just not so good. And well, now he's serviceable and now he's pretty good. And listen, today I get excited about seeing Channing Tatum and stuff. I really like watching him perform now. And I see, fingers crossed, hopefully, Gal Gadot being on that same kind of trajectory. I see her today. She's a better actress than she was 5 or 6 years ago. And if she continues on that trajectory, she could become the next Channing Tatum to me. Like, it just because she's in it, I'll be excited. But still, let's get back to Snow White. This comes to us from the folks over at JoeBlow.com who write, "The Wonder Woman actress is set to make it official as Deadline has reported that Gal Gadot is set to play the evil queen in Disney's upcoming live-action adaptation of Snow White. Snow White is one of the many live-action adaptations that Disney has in the works, and this one has been in development for 5 years. Mark Webb, the Amazing Spider-Man and 500 Days of Summer director, is directing the film with production expected to kick off in 2022. Rachel Zegler, West Side Story, is set to play Snow White, and she looks great, by the way. Steven Spielberg is just raving about her. With Webb saying that Rachel's extraordinary vocal abilities are just the beginning of her gifts. Her strength, intelligence, and optimism will become an integral part of rediscovering the joy of this classic Disney fairy tale." And that, again, comes to us from the folks over at Joe Blow. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is an odd choice for me for a couple of reasons. One thing you can never take away from Gal Gadot is, male or female, she is simply one of the most stunning, attractive creatures walking the face of the earth. Like, there are certain individuals that it's just unfair how attractive they are. Like, I get mad looking at Javier Bardem. Like, that's just not fair. That's just not fair. A guy should not be that good looking. Or like Margot Robbie. It's like, it's almost not fair that a woman, that any human being should be that good looking. Gal Gadot falls under one of those categories. She's just stunningly beautiful. And part of the reason, I'm going to be honest about this, one of the reasons that I find this a little bit odd is the notion that Gal Gadot is going to be playing a character who is no longer the fairest of them all. Right? She ain't the prom queen anymore. No, she's not the most beautiful. Name me a movie that Gal Gadot is in where she's not the most beautiful. Just by nature, the rules of Mother Nature herself, she's the most attractive human being in any movie that she's in. And that includes a movie she's doing with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Ryan Reynolds, which I'm not hearing good things about, but that aside. So to me, that's just strange, right? So we've cast Gal Gadot to be the second most attractive person. I'm sorry, what? Say that again? Whose bright idea was that? But okay, whatever. Hey, listen, if anything, I think it says something about Gal Gadot's personality that you would think if Gal was somebody who was really, really vain, if Gal was somebody who was really, really uppity on herself, which she has never come across that way. But I'm saying if she was super vain and super into herself and all that kind of stuff, you would think that as an actress in Hollywood, a sought-after actress in Hollywood, she goes, no, I'm not going to be in a movie where I'm the second most attractive, where the whole idea is that I'm the second most attractive. I'm not going to do that. But she didn't. She's taking it on. And listen, full marks to her for doing that, and full marks to her for taking a role that's going to be probably a little bit more meaty. And it's going to be interesting to see. How does she play the queen? I have my suspicions about whether or not she can. Now, granted, Snow White's going to be the lead. But this is as big of a role as it can be. And I am still a little suspicious about how well I think she's going to be able to do in this. But I will say this. As I've mentioned, we've seen her improve. We've seen her get better. She can do things on screen today that she was simply not capable of doing 5-6 years ago. I still don't think she's a great actress, but she's not the same actress she was 5 or 6 years ago. So I'm going to be very curious to see how well she can step into this role and if she can really hold her own. And if she can, it'll be a huge testimony to the advancements she's made. And if she can't, at least hopefully we'll still see improvement. Still, an odd choice to me that she's being cast to no longer be the fairest of them all. Very strange to me. But anyway, question is for you guys. What do you think about the casting of Gal Gadot as the evil queen in a live-action Snow White thing where she's not the fairest of them all? How are you guys feeling about that? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.